Hello, and welcome to Two Fools Network Plays Darkest Dungeon. I'm Dave the Head, and let's get started. Now, this is the first time I've ever tried to do the recording in the way that I'm doing, so I'm going to be pausing while the narrator talks. We are starting the game with our crashed wagon and our crusader and highwayman. I've rather enjoyed the game.
Run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
I first started watching Northern Liner on YouTube playing it, and was lucky enough with a donation from my friend Charles to get the game. And I've put, I guess, 30 hours total into the game before starting this. I haven't gotten very far because I like to take my time reading and stuff. So you'll see a lot of these videos. There'll be some stuff that happens in between the videos. I'll try to remember to talk about it if it's if it's important or interesting. I really like the look of this game. The 2D art kind of reminds me of Paper Mario. Dude, calm down, I just picked up the tent.
A handsome reward for a task well performed. Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message.
So yeah, our starting characters are Renaud, the Crusader, and I think Dismas, the Highwayman. I don't know, the Highwayman's okay, but he seems to be a bit of a kind of a paper tiger. I guess 23 hit points isn't a lot. Let's see what Renaud has. Oh, he has 33, so there you go. Almost 50% more. There is an achievement if you can get to the end of the game, fight the darkest dungeon with Renaud and Dismas. See if we can keep them alive to that point. My only problem with the Crusader is his reach. He realistically can only affect the first two enemy slots.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the
as we see here.
blade.
So yeah, the random starting abilities of these characters sometimes just astounds me. It's like, what's the point of number 4, where you make yourself more of a target, but you can't technically block for someone? Not gonna quit the quest yet. I want to see what's in that box.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Maybe eat a little food and heal up. Dismas, just in case. Not sure what could happen, but better safe than sorry. Alright, got 2 trinkets, one for an arbalist and a manslayer. Get bonus damage against humans. There we go. The old road is done. We're gonna get our first look at the hamlet. Renaud got an ability, Cove Scrounger. He'll get a bonus in the cove when we unlock it.
Welcome home.
Welcome to the Fools.
This squalid hamlet,
I did
these
notice that.
corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So the narrator
Most
is
will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
he's a item behind. I'm clicking all those
In
places
time,
that
you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So I'm picking all the things that had exclamation points.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws.
Yes,
Fools
people. I get it, dude.
And corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Don't get me wrong, the narration is cool.
Of
It really
madness
adds to
and
the
morbidity.
feel of the game, but man,
Your
it makes it
work
hard to
begins.
talk to you folks when he's talking to us.
The cost
We
of
get us a stack of
preparedness
food and a
measured
stack
now
of
in
torches. Take
later
2
in blood.
shovels just in case we run into some blockages, and a key. Get a key. At least for one box. There's usually one box that using the key on is going to help you out. I will say, the only thing about this game I don't like is the controls between the keyboard and the mouse. It's just a torch. Calm down.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So we got a witch doctor. Witch doctor has a lot of ranged attacks. He does a lot of damage over time and facing off against bone skeleton monster things. They do not bleed, so. But they do blight. And of course, we have our healer, the Vestal, I
Great
think
is
it's
the
called.
weapon that cuts on its own.
Well, it's unlocked. Let's give it a go.
Executed with impunity.
Good job opening the box there, Renal. The narrator was quite impressed.
A handsome reward for a task well performed. Even the cold
Okay,
stone
so
seems bent
that
on
cultist,
preventing
there she
passage.
goes. Stressful incantation. This stress mechanic is a lot more involved than I initially thought.
Press this advantage.
Okay, so we use our range attacks from the Vestal. And go ahead and finish off. Make a little goal.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Get our torches lit up before we enter the next room, just in case there
Seize
were
this
enemies.
momentum.
So we have to
Push on
explore
to the
90% of the
task's
room, so I
end.
think we can leave one behind. We're going to go ahead and head north. I get the feeling we're probably not going to use these
Glittering
medicinal herbs.
gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
At least that human slaying trinket has come in a little bit handy. We found some living people to stab. Try to kill this guy in the front before he gets this action. You can see the action is a little yellowish white bar beside their HP bar. See, he just used his. And Renault still has his because he's not gone yet. Renault.
Their
Go ahead and
formation is
put him out of his misery.
maintain the offensive.
With the removal of that one corpse, we get the
As the fiend falls,
acolyte close enough that we can actually affect with the big hitter in the front, whom we're going to heal. Let's go ahead and try to stun her. See if we can get another heal in. Learn that from Senpai Northern Lion. One thing I did learn though is if you do
but death
stall too long, you're okay. Thank you. the stall is the first part.
Finding the step is only the first.
See, you
test.
got me all confused.
Alec
I've
must
learned
be
that if you
carried
stall
home.
too long, you'll end up attracting new monsters and your people gain extra stress. So that strategy only works so far. Go ahead and deal with this trap on the floor. Get a little stress relief. Continue on. See what horrors lie ahead. Get a little scouting, that helps. And get to know that the room up ahead is going to be empty. And you know that if I had not brought any food, there I would have never found any
Laden with
food.
loot are often low on supplies.
Food is useful for healing people in between battles and hunger events like this. If you don't have the food for the hunger events, they take like 20% health damage, and
As
they
the
take
light
a lot of
gains
stress
purchase,
damage.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, so the 2 shovels we brought with us were useful. The 2 I found are just going to be bonus. I'd like to know what's so tempting about that goblet. Magical dodge. Magical miss, whichever. Not complaining. Much. Oh, this always sucks.
Dazed.
Now, Renault's primary attack is supposed to do extra damage against the unholy. Which I believe, yes, all these undead guys kinda are. So when a body is destroyed by bleeding or blight, it doesn't leave a corpse. Gets crit for 11, healed for 3. I
Continually
think he needs a better HMO.
destroy them all.
We're not gonna worry about trying to stall, because here we are at the end.
Unforeseen, unforgiving. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Well, I was thinking about healing it up, but if we're just gonna call it a day, let's go ahead and get the 5 gold back, or 15 for food, whatever it is. I don't know. Not sure how we did in money versus expenses, but the heirlooms we made out pretty well. There you see a dozen busts and 4 crests. Everybody has leveled up. An advantage for the Vestal, a disadvantage for the Crusader and the Witch Doctor. Stress Eater. More food consumed when stress is over 50. And our healer has some stun resistance.
All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my
Alright, so
mind.
we've unlocked
It
the
was a
bar and the
yearning,
abbey.
A thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
We found a
Fresh
Hound
cakes,
Master in our
cards,
stagecoach.
and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
An extra healer.
The cobwebs have been dusted.
Go ahead and set it up to where we can have up to 12 heroes.
The abbey calls
We already
to
got
the
half of them
faithful.
filled. And I think that will do it for our first episode. So if you want to give us a like or a comment, or could maybe a subscription or share for your